暁は集ったデイダラサソリイタチが待てる。サスケお前は俺にとっての新たな光だ。
This is the hardest part of the Smith machine, is actually trying to get it to line up. Okay, now we've got it too far forward. I'm gonna get closer to, because I'm trying to get it as close to my chin. There. Okay. Alright. Well, one plate's not feeling too bad, so we might go up to 2 or 3. Oh. This is probably the best Smith. It's probably the best Smith machine I have in this gym, because there's another Smith machine, but I find with like some of the cheaper Smith machines, it gets stuck at the bottom. Anyways, I don't usually try to go really heavy all the time, but I decided to try go heavy just to see what it's like to push the limits, you could say, all might type thing. So yeah, we might try to build up to a 3-plate incline Smith machine shoulder press, I think. The goal is to be able to rep one day, 3 reps. If we can do that, I'd be happy. So let's get these weights on. Ooh. Ish. Alright. A lot of people hate chest day. Don't understand why. But delts and leg day got to be my 2 favorites. I don't really like back day. Kind of feel a bit pointless, not really, but you know what I mean? Okay. So it's once again 2 a.m. and I've been trying to come earlier and earlier because, as you can see, there's pretty much no one in the gym. But because it's 2 a.m., I kind of skip breakfast. I shouldn't really do that. You need some pre-carbs before going to the gym. So at the bare minimum, I had creatine and some protein powder, and then I might do my whole session sort of fasted, do some cardio, and then when I get back I'll have my oats for breakfast. I don't know why people hate on oats so much, but it's cheap, man. It's like $3 for 2 kilos of oats, so I like them. They got fiber in them, and a good source of carbs. Pretty lean. They don't have a lot of sugar like every other cereal, and they're pretty like slow burning as opposed to Cocoa Pops or something like that for breakfast. Yes, they might be awesome as a pre-workout snack, but they burn very fast, like your carbs, that is. And carbs is your body's favorite source of energy. So a lot of people that try to do fat loss, like I have, losing something like 40 kilos, they really struggle, especially if you go the keto way, because carbs being your body's favorite source of energy, for some reason people think carbs are the enemy, or they don't want to give up meat or something like that, so they only go like 300 protein and 200 fats and then like 20 carbs. Like, that's a legit diet. I've heard people do that. But carbs are really important, especially for having fiber. If you're not getting enough carbs, it's going to make it very difficult to lift in the gym or just have like energy in general. So rather than smashing energy drinks or something, just eat some carbs. Like, at least try to organize your macros. So you've got, like, depending on your goals, if it's fat loss, you want to have more protein, carbs, and then fats at the bottom in terms of, so as an example, I'm on something like 250, 150, 50. So 250 protein, 150 carbs, 50 fats while I'm cutting. But if I was on a maintenance or a main gain or, like a lean bulk, I'd probably be 250 protein, 350 carbs, maybe like 300, 250 carbs, and 50 grams of fat. And that's because if I'm really trying to build muscle in the off season, it's really hard to build muscle, especially when you've been lifting for longer than like 3 years, in a deficit. In fact, it's like almost impossible. Like you're just going to hit like a plateau. But if you want to see regular, progress, you're going to have to start eating a little bit more, especially carbs. All right, I'm just procrastinating. I'm low-key kind of scared to attempt a 3-plate 2 a.m. Smith machine incline shoulder press. Maybe we'll do 2.5 just for good luck, and then go up to 3, or should I just go into 3 while I'm still strong? Okay, let's just jump straight into 3 plates. Alright, this is always the freaky part. The first time for everything. Now, the way that I set this up, it's a bit awkward because if I move my feet in such a way that I want to try and get leverage, or in other words, a good, stable base so I can press with my feet as well. So I'm, tensing. I may accidentally kick the camera because my life is more important than making a YouTube video, right? All right. And just remember, KDF fell before the planet did, didn't it? Yeah, that didn't work. I thought that would motivate me. It just came out cringe in my head, and now I'm demotivated. But come on. Stop messing around. You've done this before, I think. Maybe that'll work. Try to trick myself. Maybe I should do what powerlifters do and pretend that the weight isn't there. Oh, I feel like I'm going to break the Smith machine. That bar feels like it's going to crack. Come on. Oh, man. Either I've gotten weaker, or this feels like it's heavier than ever. Maybe it's just a mental block. Let's try again. Oh, I could actually feel my chair moving back as I was pressing there. All right, let's try something else. I'm gonna try it. Let's try this. Let's see how this goes. Just because I'm worried about kicking the camera. Alright, I'm going to try 2.5, and then when I'm warmed up, maybe that'll work. Come on. The only thing that's heavy is your mind. Okay, so I've actually discovered something. For some reason, the more weight you put on, it's more harder to get that rotating lift off. So for some reason, that wasn't so bad, just doing 2.5. So it makes me think doing 3 plates wasn't so bad after all. Nah, it wasn't really real 3 plates, it was 2.5. Maybe it's just the Smith machine. And moral of the story, this is why I should have had some carbs for breakfast. I ain't got anything. I think I'm completely out. And now I'm just burning my fat reserves. I probably should have filled that with some water. I'm going to do that after doing 2 more proper sets. So ideally, I would want to go back to 2 plates, try to hit that 8 to 12 range. Nice, controlled. But what if I just did 3 plates but with the green ones? I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe we'll try 3 greens. Oh, alright. Three greens, here we go. Oosh. Oh, no. I can actually feel my chair moving away. All right, let's go with the 2.5. That's going to be my new goal. 3 plates. All right, let's go. Gassed myself out. Too much trying to do 3 plates. You know what's funny? I'm supposed to be working my chest. I'm actually smashed in my biceps because it's like using your biceps a little bit when you're trying to rotate the Smith machine. Maybe I'll try to do it at 10 a.m. when I've had better sleep, more carbs. Actually makes a big difference. I notice like a whole extra plate difference when I lift, like having had good sleep. So if I were to train at 10 a.m., I feel like I'm super strong, like, you know? But when I try to record these, obviously they don't really like people being in the background and stuff. I don't want to bother them. So I try to record at a time where there's literally no one and the background blurred, you know? Ideally, I want to get 3 sets of this, 8 reps of this weight, but I might rest a little bit. Because, like I said, I'm pretty gassed. Maybe we'll try this positioning since I can't really get a good feet positioning without kicking the camera. Oh, just hit my head. But I'll try to, you know, have a tight core this way. I've seen people bench with their feet like this, but I think it's awkward as. And my chair has moved. Because with every press, I slowly drift away. Seen a study or actually not a study, a lot of people are claiming in the science that in terms of building delts, obviously this is a shoulder exercise because of the extreme incline, that overhead presses are actually overrated for building delts. I thought that was interesting. I still do them. And, you know, I don't have the biggest delts, but I think for a natty, it's not too bad, isn't it? I also have kind of wide clavicles. So people think that I've done something to have like a, you know, like wide shoulders, but well, besides lateral raises, I'd say lateral raises really help with that side delt, you know, size of your shoulders. But I don't know. I think doing shoulder press is not only fun because it's kind of like doing bench press, right? I enjoy the feeling of potentially dying, which is probably why I attempt to do really stupid weight, right? There's something motivating about either, you know, pushing the weight or dying. So I think for those reasons, I think 95% of people in the gym don't train hard enough. And it's honestly probably because they don't have enough opposition, you know, they don't have enough resistance. And so if you don't have a weight that scares you or challenges you, you're just going to stay the same. So at least I try to do something else. But as a better goal, if your goal was hypertrophy, instead of jumping to 3 plates from here, I'll probably just add the little baby plates to this weight and then progressively keep trying to get stronger each week doing 8 reps. That would be a more wholesome use of hypertrophy training. Whereas if I was a powerlifter and tried to do strength training, then I'd go the other way and just max 1 reps, right? Remember how we were trying to do a 3-plate Smith machine shoulder press today? Well, I think it was the creatine, but I need to do a massive push day. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I ran straight to the bathroom. So this is where we're at. So the current goal of what I'm trying to achieve right now is I'm nowhere near lean enough, as you can see. Yes, you might be able to see muscle definition throughout my physique. You know, like you can see some triceps, you can see a little bit of delts, especially when I'm lifting. But as I get leaner, we'll be able to see a lot more. So pretty happy with what we've got so far. This is post chest day.